In the 1960s and 1970s, California was terrorized by one of the most infamous and elusive serial killers in history, the Zodiac Killer. The chilling case continues to captivate true crime enthusiasts and investigators alike. To this day, the killer's identity remains unknown, and his unsolved crimes haunt the memories of those who lived through it. But what makes the Zodiac Killer's case so disturbing is not just the murders themselves, but the chilling letters he sent to the media, taunting police and the public alike. This was no ordinary killer. This was a man who thrived on mystery and fear, sending cryptic messages that left a trail of confusion, frustration, and terror. So, who was he? And what drives someone to commit such gruesome acts? In today's video, we'll dive into the chilling story of the Zodiac Killer. From his first known crime to his cryptic communications and the chilling mystery that remains unsolved. The first known victims. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror began on the evening of December 20th, 1968, in the small town of Vallejo, California. Two teenagers, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, were out for a quiet drive when they were approached by the Zodiac. They were parked on a remote road when suddenly a man appeared. He opened fire on them at close range, killing them both. The scene was brutal and senseless, but the Zodiac would not stop there. His next crime would prove to be even more chilling. Just a few months later, on July 4th, 1969, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Majot were parked in a secluded area near Blue Rock Springs Park in the same city of Vallejo. A car pulled up beside them, and the man inside shot them both multiple times. Darlene died, but Michael survived. Barely. He was able to give a description of the shooter, but it would turn out to be another dead end in the search for the Zodiac Killer. What made these two murders stand out from other crimes was the killer's ability to escape undetected after each attack. The police had very little evidence to go on, and witnesses were few and far between. The first letter. What set the Zodiac apart from other serial killers was his desire for recognition and the media's role in it. After these murders, he sent a series of letters to local newspapers, taking responsibility for the killings. His first letter, postmarked July 31st, 1969, was an arrogant and cryptic message to the San Francisco Chronicle. It was in this letter that the Zodiac revealed his twisted nature. The letter was filled with boastful statements, describing in detail the murders and taunting the police. He referred to himself as the Zodiac and gave a cryptic code, the infamous Zodiac cipher, challenging the public and authorities to decipher it. At first, the public and police were skeptical. Was this just a prank, or was it truly the work of a dangerous killer? The Zodiac made it clear he wanted to play a game, and he wasn't finished with his reign of terror. The ciphers. Over the next year, the Zodiac Killer sent several more letters to newspapers, each one more cryptic and taunting than the last. In addition to his chilling letters, he sent ciphers, codes that, once deciphered, were supposed to reveal more about the killer's identity. The Zodiac ciphers became an obsession for cryptographers and investigators. The first cipher, which was sent with the letter on July 31st, 1969, was a 408-character code. It was eventually cracked by a school teacher and his wife, but not before causing mass speculation about the killer's motives and identity. What's most unsettling about these ciphers is that the Zodiac sent them with the belief that they would eventually be solved. But the eerie possibility that he was mocking the police and the public only added to the chilling nature of his crimes. In one of his letters, he stated, "I like killing people because it is so much fun," and suggested that the ciphers would lead to his identity. But many believe it was just a game to him. The third attack and the infamous sketch. The Zodiac Killer's third confirmed attack took place on September 27, 1969. This time, the killer approached a couple, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Ann Shepard, at Lake Berryessa. This scene was different. The Zodiac, wearing an executioner-style hood and a symbol on his chest, walked up to the couple and announced he was the Zodiac. He tied them up and then stabbed both victims repeatedly. What makes this attack particularly chilling is the fact that Hartnell was able to give a detailed description of the killer, including the hooded figure. Witnesses to the crime also reported seeing the killer drive away. A composite sketch was released, but the killer remained elusive. This attack was particularly haunting because the Zodiac's ability to slip away from authorities was becoming more sophisticated. After this murder, the Zodiac would disappear for a while, sending cryptic letters and taunting the police through the media. It was clear that he enjoyed the attention. The San Francisco Bay Area murders. The Zodiac continued his killing spree throughout the Bay Area. A few months later, on October 11th, 1969, he would kill again. This time, he attacked a young couple, Paul Stein and Betty Lou Jensen, in a remote neighborhood of San Francisco. This would be his final confirmed murder, and it would prove to be just as mysterious as his previous attacks. Paul Stein, a taxi driver, was shot in cold blood by the Zodiac. What made this attack even more unsettling was the fact that the Zodiac didn't just shoot his victim, but he also stole a piece of Stein's shirt and left it behind. The killer then calmly walked away from the scene, evading capture once again. The Zodiac's final letters. After the attack on Paul Stein, the Zodiac Killer seemed to disappear from the public's radar. His killing spree was over, but his thirst for attention and control was far from satisfied. The killer continued to send cryptic letters to the media, along with more coded messages that only served to heighten the sense of unease surrounding his identity. One of the most infamous letters arrived in 1974, where the Zodiac once again taunted law enforcement, proclaiming, "I am the Zodiac." This letter was different, however. It didn't just detail his previous murders or offer new cryptic ciphers. It seemed to imply that he had not only killed more victims, but that he was still active, watching, and enjoying the panic he created. Despite the killer's boastful letters, no further attacks were ever confirmed. Was the Zodiac truly finished with his killing spree? Or was he simply lying low, content with having evaded capture for so long? Many have speculated that he may have been satisfied with the chaos he caused, while others believe that he could have continued killing. But his need for recognition was the real motive behind his letters. This chilling combination of arrogance and evasion only deepened the mystery, leaving behind one of the most enduring and frightening puzzles in true crime history. So, what happened to the Zodiac Killer? Did he die? Was he caught? Or did he simply vanish into the shadows, satisfied with his reign of terror? While new developments and theories continue to emerge, one thing is certain: the case of the Zodiac Killer remains one of the most infamous unsolved mysteries in the world. Thank you for watching. If you found this video intriguing, Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime stories. And remember, the mystery of the Zodiac Killer may never be solved, but the fear he instilled still lingers today